Well, Faith, congratulations for almost getting a job. We are hoping that within the course you'd be able to finally get a job and a source of income para nabibili mo na yung mga Amazon na gusto mo. I know yung mga orders you have a lot
No
of
naman yan, siyempre
add to
hindi mo ako sa
carts.
Amazon.
The things that you wanted. I know you have favorites and add to cart in your online shop. Diba? Add to cart. Not necessary that you will buy it out yet, but finally you get there. So we'd like to, motivate you that you'll get that job. So lastly, we have this kind of a structure for organization. Diba may org chart tayo? We're talking about still with organizational chart. And these are the types of organizational chart. There are a lot. But when it comes to logistics and supply chain, these three are the most relatable and can be used. Hierarchical, matrix, and lastly, we have network. Engineers, consultants, executive, HR, vendors, managers, key partners. Look at the connectors.
Yeah.
There is a
Approve.
line through engineers being connected to consultants. Look at the picture. Look at the circles. Engineer connected to consultant, engineer connected to HR, engineer connected to key partners, engineer connected to vendors, engineer connected to executive, passing through managers. Consultant being connected to executive and to HR being connected to managers, connected to vendors, connected to executive. It's all interrelated. It is called network. Now, given this type of organizational chart, give me a possible company that would have this kind of structure. Samples lang yan ha, not necessarily, this is just a sample. It's not necessarily that it's a construction company. Probably a small construction company can have this. But look, give me a sample of a company that might have this kind of organizational chart. Any ideas?
I think that's our organizational structure, sir.
Yes. Probably. I'm sorry, Mitch. Is this the type of in Amazon? Do you think what kind of company
I
can
think
have
so.
this?
Yeah, I think we have this kind of organizational structure.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just search.
Sure. Let me give a little bit of a sample. Maybe you can relate. If you have a small digital marketing company, the small digital company is making commercials for certain outlets. I am the photographer. I also happens to be the videographer. I have someone who can edit, graphic design. I have someone who does the sales. We are three in the business. We are all have, we all have equal, we all have like an equal contribution for the company. Lahat kami we are all investors. Now, this is the best organizational chart because everyone gets to say and have equal rights. Ibig sabihin, no one is someone's bosses. Pantay-pantay tayo. We are all equal. If this is your type of organizational chart, there is no one on top. There is no one on top of me. There is no one below. You are all equal. What do you think of this kind of organizational chart, Mayjan?
I think it's nicer, so you can so the voices of each other can be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when there's bosses like on the at the top of you, they will only ask for your opinion, but most of the time it's their opinion that still
Mhm.
matters, right? Sometimes I'm not hindi ko naman nilalahat, sir, pero sometimes tine-take din nila yung credit.
Mm.
Ayun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be. It could happen. Yes. All of you are bosses, diba? Everything has to say. If someone don't want this, probably would have a, a vote on how to make a decision. Paddy, what do you think of this kind of organizational chart? Everyone has to say in the company.
Uh, I think this chat requires also minimal supervision since
Mm-hmm.
everyone is reachable and has access to his or her experience. Requires minimal supervision.
Minimal supervision because all of you are supervisors or all of you are like bosses. So this is the type of organizational chart. You have those three: hierarchical, matrix, and network. What are the advantages? Anyone in the organization can provide real-time, client-specific support. Each member is managed based on performance. Yeah, for sure, because everyone has their own expertise. I perhaps, because I am expert, yeah, I mean the example that I gave earlier, I am the manager. No manager. I am the head for graphic and design because that's what I'm expert about. So I get what is on the table is my expertise. That's what you put on the table, your expertise. And for you, it says there provide real-time and specific client support. Of course, these, I would have an example. There is a restaurant in Abu Dhabi called Ethan's Restaurant. So sa lahat, ang may-ari doon, parang what they did is they took over the management of the previous restaurant. It was named, it was a different name before. So instead of it giving it up, closing it down, they took over sponsorship, licenses, permits, but they just changed the name. So, but this time there are four investors, there are four owners of the restaurant. So they have all equal say on this. Now, I get to deal with them. I'm a marketing manager in the Filipino, in the FI. We're trying to make them as a merchant partner for us to be, we can probably make a commercial for them. We had a deal November. Ngayon pa lang kami January. It's just January that we will do February that we will do the commercial, given that we have already in meetings since November. Because the decision is coming from everyone. Kapat yung manager, there are four managers, I get to talk to this. I'm busy, I have work, I'm just an investor. So I know I'm an owner, but I still have regular work. I'm also managing certain flats. Oh yes, I am busy. I'm engineer. I go to this and that RAS. It's far, so I cannot like really meet you. The other one, we have just started, so everything is busy and all. This one I haven't contacted yet. So the first three managers, I cannot get like a final say because they have to refer me from one owner to another. Finally, when I get to talk to this last person, we have a date. I mean, we already have a date for the um for the presentation. So it took us how many months? November, December, January, 3 months. So because everyone has to, be involved, that could be a disadvantage. Advantage is that low cost for you because you have equal division of the investment. Say, for example, we will be putting up business here. We will put a restaurant. We would need 100,000 dirhams. Diba? 20,000 dirhams from Faith, 20 from me, 20 from Michelle, 20 from Rusty, 20 from Paddy. So that's an investment. You want that your investment would return of investment. So you would think of always on how you can get it back. So that's why you would think of, promotions, partnership, because again, what's important is you earn money out of your investment. Pero pa rin. Network organization design is exhibited in terms of relevancy, how it is irrelevant, satisfying current and emerging customer needs. It has to be relevant. What are the market right now? Gen Zs. Are you familiar with Gen Zs? Who are the Gen Zs? Wait 1 second. Let me find that. Generation by ages. Magkakaalaman tayo ng generation, ha? Generation by age. Okay. If you are born between 1955 to 1964, your ages could be between 58 to 67. You are boomers. Your generation is called boomers. If you are born between 1965 to 1980, 42 to 57, you are a Gen X. That is your generation. If you are born from 1981 to 1996, ages from 26 to 41, you are millennials. You are millennials. If you are born between 1997 to 2012, ages 20 to 25, you are called Gen Z. Gen Z. So what generation are you in? I'm not gonna ask for the age. I might probably know that, that's because I know your birthdays. But yeah, so in what generation are you, Paddy? Gen Z, millennials?
Millennium.
Huh?
Millennium.
Oh, millennials. Wait,
Yep.
let me share this. 1 second. Found it on Google. Yes. So are you millennial, Paddy? Or Gen Z?
Let me check. Millennium, sure.
Millennial?
Millennial.
Yes. Michelle, millennial?
Yeah.
Rusty?
Millennial, sir.
Where?
Yes.
Millennial. Si Faye is Gen Z na.
Gen Z, sir.
Yes, Gen Z. What are the difference among these generation, and why is it important for us to understand the generation gap? Yes. There is description. Ito. Anyway, well, that's a different discussion. But let me give you an understanding with the generation. It's important for us to understand them because they are our market. What if you are you are a manager and then you have different kind of generations in your team? Someone that is a boomer, someone that is a Gen Z, and someone that is millennial. How are you going to deal with them? What are their likes? What are their types? What do they do? What is the kind of approach? Probably a Gen Z would have is spending more TikTok than reading a Bible. I don't know, or 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 like a Gen Z could be talking in a different way because alam ko ang millennial, I'm part of the millennial, we have reached the part of uh, communication where we omit consonant, vowels. So we understand words like, look at the chat. Do you understand that? Look at the chat. Michelle, Rusty.
Wala akong makitang chart, sir.
Sa ano?
Yes, sir. I saw it. Dito na me.
Okay. Yeah, dito na
Where na you?
During the time of Nokia generation, during the time of Nokia, we, you know, the keypads, ang daming keypads. You have to like press one number multiple times before the letter comes out. So we tend to omit some letters so we can send it faster. So this kind of our generation where we understand this. This type of messages. Right now, there are certain words that that Gen Zs are using. Because I'm in marketing, so I get to understand them as well. I need to understand it. And as you managers, you have to have a certain approach with this type of people that you are managing. How are you gonna give a feedback to a certain person? Oh, I Faith is my employee for 6 months now in her probation, and unfortunately, Faith has not achieved the goals or the target for that role. How are you gonna tell Faith that she cannot proceed with the probation? Dahil puro TikTok si Faith sa trabaho, the admin. She she is on her phone more than half of her working hours, and her productivity has been affected. So your boss, say for example, is Michelle. How are you gonna approach that? So the approach that could be um, that worked for you, Michelle, might not be applicable for Faith. Yes. I think Gen Zs kasi ngayon are fragile eh. Uh, they're emotional fragile. Um,
Feeling,
I
sila,
think in general ha,
important.
yung mga anak nyo, yung mga yan, your kids, hindi kasi nakatikim ng palo yung mga yan. Ano mga naipalo sa'yo, Rusty, ng magulang mo? What are the weapons that your parents use?
Sandok, sir. Nalo ako ng sandok.
Yes. Si Faith,
Ako,
probably she
pinasok
did.
ako ng pako. Saka luhod sa munggo at asin.
As in, yung generation ni Faith, wala nang ganyan. Right, Faith?
Yung mama ko po ng babato naman. Mahawakan.
Yes, the discipline. So those are the things that you have to also learn when you become managers. All right, let's move forward. Disadvantages and increased work stress, potential supervisor. Okay, cool. Let's have a short break. Let's come back 1 o'clock. And then I'll give you the activity. All right, for next meeting. Come back 1 o'clock ha. We'll over break. See ya.
Okay, sir.
Piniprints, ano ko lang, yung inyong... Oh, wait.
Yan, sir.